I want you to tell me the very first thing that you see down there below you, or the very first impressions that you have as you begin to understand where you are and what is around you. Are you coming off of the cloud yet?
Yes.
What do you see down there below you? What is the very first thing that you see?
Not sure.
That's okay. Look around and see, what do you see around you?
I'm not sure how to describe it.
That's okay. Give it a try.
It's like a flickering light.
A flickering light. Very good. Is it close to you or far away from you? How does it feel?
I don't know, I'm in the light.
You are also in the light.
Yeah.
So you are part of this light.
I think.
Okay. Okay, very good. And you said it's flickering.
Yes.
Fast or slow?
Both.
Okay. What color is the light that comes out?
It's like white and green.
White and green. So some areas are more white and some more green?
Yes, but it's changing all the time.
Does it? Wow, tell me about it. But how is it changing?
Sometimes there's like big white light flickering, and it's kind of spinning.
As it is spinning, do you feel yourself that you are in the center of it or more outside?
I feel like I'm watching it.
You're watching it. Okay, that's very good. All right. And how big is it compared to you?
I don't know, there's no difference.
What is around that light? What else can you tell me? What do you see?
I feel like I'm seeing my head.
Very good. Would you like to describe it for me, please?
It was just like a short moment. It was like one of those grays.
Okay. Look at your feet and tell me, how do your feet look like?
I just see flickering light.
The same as before? The same one?
Yes, but it's constantly changing.
How is it changing now? It's more abstract, so maybe you cannot describe
Yeah,
it.
I can't really describe it. It's like, I don't know, there are no directions.
I
No.
see. That's okay. I want you to have a look at yourself again. Look at yourself. Do you have a body?
Yeah, maybe. Yeah, there's like a body.
Okay, let's have a look at it then and slowly describe me for me. Look at your feet. Down, look down. How do the feet look like?
It's just light.
It's just light. And have a look at the rest of your body. What do you see?
It's just light.
It's just light. Okay. What shape do you feel that you have now?
It's like a human body,
It's like a human body.
but made of light.
But made of light. Very good. So you have 2 arms and 2 legs?
Yes.
And the head?
Yes.
Alright, very good. Are you short or tall or medium size? Like, how does it feel?
Tall.
Tall. Is there anything else you want to tell me about this body?
Feels nice.
It does? Tell me about it.
Feels very light.
It feels good to be in this body now?
Yes.
And what is around you? Where are you? Look at the surface. Are you standing on something, or where do you find yourself?
I feel like I'm floating in a void.
And are you heading a certain destination?
No, I'm just floating around.
Are there any other beings around you and close to you? Do you feel the presence of any other being?
Yes. Feels familiar. Like it's part of me.
Is it one or more than one beings?
It can be any number.
What do you mean by that?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Do you visualize this
Yes.
presence in some way? Would you like to describe me?
It feels like I'm in the center and I can imagine as much other light, sparks of light, as I want.
And what is it that you create? Can you explain to me?
I'm just spreading out in every direction.
What are you spreading out?
The light.
The light? Where does this light come from?
I don't know, I am the light.
You are the light, so it comes from you.
Yes.
Very good. And you are spreading it outwards?
Yes.
Okay, very good. And what happens as you do that?
It's just expanding.
What happens as it's expanding?
I feel like I'm one.
You are one.
Yes.
What do you mean you are one?
Everything's spreading out. I see planets and galaxies. But I'm all of it.
This is so beautiful. This is so amazing. How does it feel for you as you are experiencing this now?
One. See like another light floating around. It has like a playful energy to it.
What makes you say that?
I'm not sure, the way it floats around.
Do you feel any connection to this light? How do you feel as you're now experiencing it, observing it?
Yeah. It's like the light came to me.
It come closer?
Yes.
And what happens?
I feel like we are reunited.
You reunite?
Mm.
Can you describe me in what way? How do you perceive this happening?
The light is merging.
And what happens when you merge?
It feels like a lot of energy. We're just being one.
Do you feel different now that you merged?
Yes.
Can you tell me the difference?
Feel balanced. Feel like a lot of energy.
What do you think this energy is doing?
It's like information. It's like everything I want to know just pours into me.
So information is coming?
Yes, but can't translate it.
But you're receiving it?
Yes.
So you're feeling it happening now? The transmission of this information is
Yes.
occurring right now in some level?
Yes.
Where does it go?
In my brain.
Is the transmission still occurring now?
Yes.
How could you describe it if you were to visualize it?
I saw like the shape of a heart.
And as you're receiving now these downloads, these information transmissions, could you perhaps tell me what is it about?
No worries. There's nothing to worry about.
So the information comes with a sense of peace, that all is well?
Yes.
Do you see anything else happening?
Just the light floating around, and I had this image of my coworker. I just saw like an image of her.
With the body that she has now, this human body that she has?
Yes.
What else did you see? What did you receive any information, any knowing as you saw her?
I feel like she might be that other light that I saw.
The one you saw before that you merged?
Yes.
Okay, that's very sweet. Did this picture, what you are just seeing, experiencing, come with any knowing or understanding?
Yeah, I had like, she's it. I think it means that she's that other light. And we're merging.
That sounds so beautiful.
It's very peaceful. Expanding. The light just keeps expanding. It's like I am myself, but I'm also everything else. We're all one.
So I would like to talk to that part of yourself, the expansive part of you, the one that knows that is part of everything. And I want to ask if I have permission to ask a few questions about Patrick today.
Yes.
Okay, thank you. So first I would like to ask you, why are you showing all this to him? Why are you making this available for him today? What are you trying to tell him?
So that he is in peace. There's nothing to worry about.
And why do you think that he needed to hear this? Why is it important for him to know this?
So that he can do what he wants without doubt.
What is he here to do? What is the purpose he came in this incarnation?
Here.
On this planet. On Earth.
Yes, and everywhere else.
What do you see from that perspective, from that expansive or knowing perspective? What is his role in this life? What is he here to do?
Doing QHHT as a good start.
Wonderful. So it's a good path for him.
Yes.
I wonder generally his purpose on being on this human body that he is speaking through now.
It's to transmute energy. He just needs to be himself.
Okay, so this is a process that it happens automatically, you mean? By just him being?
Yes, it's his energy.
It's his energy. What is it about his energy then?
It's healing.
It's healing. Okay. So the energy that he carries within this body, what comes through him is a high vibration.
Yes.
And why is that?
It comes from Source.
He comes from Source. You mean he comes directly from Source?
Yes.
Okay. So this is the first time that he incarnates in a human body.
Yes.
I see. That's why he felt so strange.
Yes.
That's why it was so difficult for him all these years
Yes.
to relate. He said that when he was a baby he was crying a lot. The tension was too much for him.
Yes.
Okay.
He felt all of the world's problems.
So that makes sense, right?
Yes.
Because he was sharing with me that he read about this concept and he really resonated with it. He wanted to know if this is true for him or not.
Yes.
So he didn't have any other, his soul came from Source directly?
Yes.
Did he have any other lives on any other planet? Or he chose Earth as the first destination?
Yes.
Earth first?
Yes.
How come?
Because Earth is the hardest. It needs the most healing.
Earth?
Yes.
So Earth is the planet that needs most of healing right now.
Yes.
And that's why he's here to help.
Yes.
So what do you advise him to do? How can he be the best version of himself? How can he be of service? How can he help in the best way that he can on this journey that he's in?
He just needs to trust his intuition.
So this is his guidance.
Yes.
Is he hearing his intuition? Is he able to hear the intuitive impulses?
Yes.
Okay, very good. So he needs to trust fully.
Yes.
Is he doing a good job so far, or you think he could do better with trusting his intuition?
There's a little bit of doubt. That's unnecessary.
Doubts are unnecessary?
Yes.
Okay. So can you help him release these doubts?
Yes.
Are you always connected to him?
Yes.
So would it benefit him to know that he's always connected to you in this way?
Yeah, he already knows.
He does?
Yes.
That's great. He wanted to know the eternal question, which is, who am I? What would you like to say to him?
Whatever he wants to be.
I love this answer so much. So there are no limits.
Yes.
And that's what you were showing him in the journey that he had earlier.
Yes.
He really saw how he is everything. He's part of everything.
Yes.
Creating everything. Was that the perspective that you showed to him? Of being this huge amount of energy emanating light and broadcasting this energy outward and creating all these planets. Was that, I wonder if that was the perspective from Source?
Yes.
Okay. So this is now reactivated in his mind, in his memory.
Yes.
Okay. So, does he have any blockages, anything that doesn't serve him that he could release, he could let go of?
I feel like his blockages are gone.
They're gone?
Yes.
When were they gone?
Now.
Sorry?
Now.
Now? Okay. So what happened? And they were gone. Can you explain to him how this process happened? How the blocks were removed, released?
The source. It changed the energy.
I see. You mean that as the energy that he connected to was so strong and powerful and healing that was able to release his blocks,
Yes.
to release anything that was not serving him. That's beautiful, that's amazing. I wanted to ask you about there was a certain moment where he felt that there was information being downloaded to his mind. Is there anything you want to tell him about that? Anything that is appropriate that he needs to know about it? What happened?
He always gets information. He will know what to do with it. It comes when it's needed.
Mm-hmm. So that was a package, so to say, of download that is being stored in his mind for use in the future. When he will need it, he will have access to this information.
Yes.
Okay.
It's like an update.
I see. Okay, wonderful. So we download the latest version?
Yes.
Okay, that's amazing. So I would like for you to make a body scan throughout his whole body from head to toe and check if there's anything that needs to be readjusted today.
Yeah, the lower back needs to be stretched out more.
Okay, would you like to do that for him?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Can you do this now?
Yes.
Okay, thank you. I'm curious on how you're doing it. Would you like to describe for us?
Just want it to be done, so it's done.
It's done?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's stretching out.
All right. How long do you need to complete this process?
A little bit longer.
Okay. So would you like to keep on working on it and continue our discussion? Or you want to stay quiet until you're finished?
We can keep going.
Wonderful. Okay. So feel free to use as much time as needed for readjusting this area there, and just let us know when you are done. And so I can ask a few more questions. I know that we choose the day we will be born for a reason, and he chose a very interesting date for him. Is there any significance to that? What was the reason why he chose this specific date?
Gives him the energy and strength that he needs.
So the numerology is supporting him.
Yes.
Because he made the comment in our pre-talk, and he said that he always liked the day he was born.
Yes.
And why is he seeing so many hearts lately? Do these have a meaning and a message?
It's related to his co-worker and himself.
I'm sorry, they're related to what?
His co-worker and himself.
I see. What do you mean?
It's like we are helping each other.
We also encountered her in the first part of our session. I wanted to ask you also about that. What were you trying to tell him as you were showing this to him? How they merged and everything?
It was a nice memory for when it was an image of them smiling at each other.
It was a memory, you said?
Yes.
What was the memory?
The image from a couple of days ago or weeks.
What do you mean? Something happened? You mean in the physical world? You said that what you showed to him, these balls of light merging, that she was representing one of the two.
Yes.
I was asking you what is the significance of that, why you were showing this to him, what were you trying to tell him? And you said something about memories, so I'm not sure if I understood what you're trying to say. Could you please explain it?
Yeah, they're meant to be together and help each other.
Okay. Does that mean they might be together as partners?
Yes.
That's beautiful. And is he also a first timer or not?
They are one and the same.
They're the same.
Yes.
Beautiful. That makes sense. Okay. Is there anything you want to share with him regarding this subject? Anything more? Anything else he needs to know about?
No, he can just have fun now.
Okay, so I guess you were already trying to pass him this message, because he said that the last days, or the last day, however it was, dreaming of her. She came into his dreams.
Yes.
Okay. So are you talking also to him through dreams?
Yes.
Okay. So this is something also he could pay attention to if he wants.
Yes. And he just needs a little patience.
Patience?
Yes.
Why are you saying that?
Because it will all come when it's supposed to.
What about the ringing in his ears?
It's like he said, it's just energy updates.
Okay. Nothing to worry about?
No.
Okay, that's great. How can he improve his intuitive and psychic skills?
Meditate with intention.
What should be his intention? What do you suggest?
He will know.
He will know.
When he's meditating.
Okay.
He will get the answers that he needs.
He was also wondering how to connect, and if he can connect to the Akashic records. How can he do that?
Meditate with intending to access the Akashic records.
That's all? That's so simple?
Yes, he just needs a little practice.
I see. Okay. Amazing. Is there any advice on this? On accessing the Akashic records you want? Anything more you want to say to him?
Keep it simple.
So he doesn't necessarily need a workshop or a seminar?
No.
Just the intention?
Yes.
Wonderful. And trust then, right?
Yes.
Of course. Wonderful. He would love to meet his spirit guide or guides.
He does sometimes already.
He does? Okay. How do they appear to him?
In meditation, he visualizes animals. They are his guides.
Excuse me?
He visualizes animals during meditation. And they are his guides.
The elements?
The animals.
So that's how they connect to him?
Yes.
How many guides does he have?
I see 3.
3, okay. And do they have any message for him?
He's doing everything right.
And are they with him often or all the time?
They're inside him.
They're inside of him. Wow. That's beautiful. So they're always there.
Yes.
And if he wants to connect with them, what should he do?
Meditate and ask questions, and they will come.
Okay.
But they're just there to help. He doesn't really need them.
But they're there anyway, right? Making sure that everything works.
Yes.
And it keep him safe.
Yes.
That's wonderful. He said, I wonder something. He said when he was a child, he felt a presence around him, and he was afraid. He slept for years with his parents. Why was that? What was this presence?
All of the negative energy that he absorbed.
He absorbed negative energy from his upbringing.
Yes.
But he managed to neutralize it at some point, didn't he?
He found his power again.
He did, yeah. And he was in a very young age, wasn't he?
Yes.
So in the first years he was a bit more vulnerable, as he was first timer.
Yes, very vulnerable.
Very vulnerable, very open, eh? Very pure.
Yes.
I see. A question came up in our discussion. He was telling me, if I see a past life, how will I know if it's an imprint or not? And then we came to this question that was, is there a difference actually between an imprint and a real incarnation? And if so, what?
There isn't.
There isn't. Okay. So why? So what we call some experiences an imprint and some real incarnation? Is it, from your perspective, it's not the
real incarnations are the ones that you purposefully manifest. But the imprints aren't really manifested.
But you still get the experience.
Yes, it doesn't have to be real.
And are imprints more common in Earth incarnations or also on other planets?
Just on Earth.
I see. They are needed here.
Yes.
So how is the healing going on his lower back?
It's over.
It's over?
Yes.
Okay. So is it restored fully?
No, but working out will help. It will relieve the pain.
So he can support the healing with exercise?
Yes.
And do you have any schedule that would be optimal?
Anytime he feels like it.
Okay. Because he asked that how can he stay disciplined? Because he might stray.
He will be disciplined now.
He will? What makes you say that?
He just needs the doubt removed.
I see. So it's been removed?
Yes.
Which doubt are you talking about?
Doubting his ability to create what he wants.
So he knows it now, he feels it?
The ability to create?
Yeah.
Yes.
That's amazing. Thank you so much for giving him this experience.